bring you guys our BBR Week 2 game against Jorge the Great, coach of the Phalanx de Guadalajara. If you guys enjoy, of course, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new. We have actually been growing insanely fast lately, not to humble brag or anything, but obviously at the current rate we're going, we might even be able to hit 300 by the end of the year, though the goal is still at this point 250. We're at 209 right now as of this video going up literally today, because I'm recording this right before my BBL stream. If you are watching this, I might still be streaming at that point actually. If I am though, at that point it's Insurgents. Regardless though, make sure to stop by if you want. Link to Twitch down below. At the very least, you can follow and just see what we're doing. With that said though, yeah, goal for 250 by the end of the year. At this rate, we could literally do it on an average of like just over 1 sub a day. So let's go for it. With that said though, let's get into this matchup. So as we saw last week in our BBR episode, we ended up losing. We lost. I will say I played that game really poorly. So the goal this week is, even if we do lose, to just not play poorly. I do think though that there are only a couple things that actually scare me about this matchup. So I am looking forward to just seeing how this goes. I will say that the only real threat is Regieleki, and it's only because I have Rain plus Koko. So that kind of makes Regieleki just inherently annoying, though I don't think that Regieleki is actually that scary of a mon. And I'm going to be showing why in this battle. I think that the goal of this battle is to take down Regieleki, because even if we just take down Regieleki and get like 5-0'd, I can at least clickbait with that. I could say that, you know, Regieleki, I have X mon as like the best Regieleki counter in the title or something, or just something dumb like that, and then throw it in the thumbnail, and then bam, I have views. So I will apologize now if Regieleki died. I did that, so I'm sorry for spoiling that mon in the thumbnail. With that said though, you don't know if we lost 5-0, you don't know if we won. Regardless though, I will just mention that because I figured it's good context on why we did that. I thought it was funny. With that said though, let's get into the matchup. So Jorge's team is a little weird. Best mon ended up being Mamoswine. That is not a joke. It's Mamoswine, Slowbro, Regieleki as like the top 3 mons. And even then, I don't know if I'd go as far as saying Regieleki was a top 3 mon. It just was cost-wise. Regieleki was certainly overpriced. I think 100 points would have probably made sense for it. But to be fair, pretty much all the new ones besides the horses were pretty overpriced, in my opinion. Like Regidrago, I think it was like 120 or 100 or something. It probably should have been like 80. I know that Regieleki was 140. It should have probably been 100. Calyrex was 80. That should have been 20. Mon is awful. So stuff like that. Regardless though, that obviously, as you can see, hurt Jorge's team with a lot. I know that Jorge did, to be fair, randomize a couple picks. Like, he said he randomized this one. I know he randomized the Mammo pick as well. So obviously, I mean, that does happen sometimes when you do randomized picks. Props to Jorge, though, for doing the round 1 alone Eggy again. I do respect that as a fellow round 1 low-tier grass connoisseur. Yeltson's Durant, Sharpedo, Slurpuff, Dougie Alolan, Girder, Rapidash, and Solrock. I also like the cheap Solrock pick. I think it's actually not awful for a cheap pick. Pretty much, though, once Jorge got Regieleki, I think he really kind of shot himself in the foot with budget. And I will say that even though Jorge did snipe me Regieleki, I did really want that with Koko for purely the views. It's definitely helped my budget, I will say. I wouldn't have been able to get Volcarona if I did that, and I think my team would have inherently just been overall worse. If Regieleki was 80, I would have literally probably gotten it like round 2, but I think for 140, it was definitely a bit high. So I'm kind of glad that Jorge sniped me almost in hindsight, but it did still hurt. With that said though, let's get into the team. So first up, we have Hawlucha with Electric Seed here this week. We have Advent Hawlucha with Sword Dance, Close Combat, Acrobatics, and Roost. I can promise right now, this is the fastest Hawlucha that we're going to be running all season, unless if we find a match that we're not running on Burden, like maybe a Moldbreaker matchup for some reason. Could happen. I know there are some matchups. Without Mega Stab, I don't see it really being like a Moldbreaker Toxic hit at least. However, there could easily be a Moldbreaker matchup, or even just a Limber matchup I might need, but probably more so Moldbreaker, if anything, between a non-Burden ability. Regardless though, SD Acro with Close Combat kind of just shits on Jorge's whole team. +2, even like a max HP Regieleki should take a substantial amount, if not kill. We obviously destroy everything else besides like the Slowbro and like a Fizz-Def Slurpuff. So this one can honestly probably just tear. I guess another okay switcher would be Solrock. It's at least neutral, and it can probably at least live a single hit at +2, because Hawlucha doesn't exactly have the most physical attack. But I don't even count Solrock. It's not coming against Rain. It's not even the fact that I think Solrock's bad. It's just not coming this matchup ever. So we're pretty much. I don't think that Rapidash comes either this matchup. It's pretty much front 8 plus Alolan Eggy in my opinion. Alolan Eggy I think actually might unironically come, and it's less so because of the fact that that we have, like, obviously we have Volcarona and Hawlucha. However, in Trick Room, Eggy actually could be a bit of a nuisance for my draft. I do have counterplay to that, but I do think that that could maybe come, which playing into such an offensive Hawlucha, I think as well, with especially an SD Acro variant, will definitely help with beating Eggy before it can ever get a Trick Room off. So I think that this sort of SD set will be really nice here. Next up, we have Koko. Now, Koko here actually, honestly, Koko could, in my opinion, auto-win this matchup for me. If anything on my team is to win this game for me, it's either Koko or Mon 6. I couldn't see it being Hawlucha, truthfully. I think Hawlucha will be more so thrown out really early in the game. I can't see it being any of the middle three outside of Koko. It's either Koko or Mon 6, 100%. Koko is Shock Berry this week with Timid Nature. We have Thunderbolt, Grass Knot, Calm Mind, and Roost. The spread is basically Eevee-Sama, even like Adamant Band and Mammo can't kill me through my Shock Berry as long as Rocks, even after Rocks chip. So Grass Knot at +1 should be able to kill any Mammo variant. No matter what, I should always be able to beat it. I'm pretty sure that this dev as well helps take an Ice Shard from like Life Orb Mammo plus Earthquake. Might be wrong in that, but I'm almost certain that's Calc. I know if it's not banded, I can definitely take it. Obviously, like if it's like a Rindo set, for example, I can easily take an Earthquake into an Ice Shard. There, no contest. I obviously choose Scarf, Mammo, Earthquake. So this is basically like a lure for Mamoswine, of course. With our Koko spread, we're creeping Adamant Mammo, so it can't be Adamant Scarf. If Koko gets outpaced, it has to be Jolly for Mamoswine. So that's why we have the 244, which does obviously help with Calyx. And as I said, we have the Shock Berry anyway to scout for that. Thunderbolt plus Grassland actually hit this team phenomenally. And even versus something like Regieleki, we get the Calm Mind +1. Even with its Rising Voltage, we can Roost enough to where we'll take about half, like to like 52%, I think, in terrain. But that's enough time to stall out our terrain. And once terrain is gone, Regieleki does, I think, like 23% at +1 with Rising Voltage, even from like a spec set. I forget the exact calc. I know it's like piss poor without terrain up though. So once terrain goes, this thing hard walls Regieleki practically at +1. And even with terrain up, we can still definitely beat it, to say the least. So I feel confident this Koko could honestly really tear for us. As I said, it's either this or Mon 6 that, in my opinion, will win us the game. And I think it's a bit more towards Koko, personally, but we'll see what happens. The switch-in as well to this is quite literally only a low than Eggy, actually. Unironically, it's the only switch-in. However, I did in Mox still pressure that Mon really well, as long as I get a couple boosts up beforehand. Only way that it really can break through is with the crits. So I do still feel fine against it. Next Mon on the team, we have Dancing Stars over Golurk. With leftovers, we have Earthquake, Toxic, Stealth Poltergeist. My opponent's only switching to this Mon is Sharpedo, which is never coming in hard in this. And even if it is, it's taking like 2/3 from Earthquake at least, if not more. Toxic is just great to spam against like Bro, of course, so against Mammo, etc, etc. Because obviously, even though Poltergeist should do a substantial amount to Bro, just having the Toxic off on that Mon is still really nice just for other things. Stuff like Hawlucha, of course, helps if Slowbro is pressured. So yeah, Golurk's also really just here as a Regieleki check. I will say though, there is one Regieleki variant that I am actually a bit scared of, because it is the only Regieleki variant that can even do a single bit of damage to Golurk. And I don't mean that this just like sits on it. No. It actually cannot touch Regieleki in any way, shape, or form without assurance. Because we are a Ghost Ground type. So we have one of the best natural switch-ins to Regieleki. This is personally the Mon that I'm expecting to get the thumbnail this week. I know we read it last week. I'm expecting it's this or Koko, because if I'm going, assuming I kill Regieleki, Ancient Power does like 10%, Acrobatics is like 10%. Assurance though does actually half if it's like a physical Regieleki, or even like physically cleaning Life Orb mix or something. So it could actually muscle past, to say the least. I don't think that Jorge will run Assurance though, because I think that like personally I'm thinking a spec set with like Volt Switch, Hyper Beam, Ancient Power mostly for like Volk, and then like Rising Voltage, Volt Switch, Hyper Beam, and then Ancient Power. I could see Hyper Beam dropped for Assurance though on a mix set. I just think the Hyper Beam just there just for damage, I guess. Well, actually, it doesn't really hit anything new. Yeah, I can see maybe Explosion or Assurance being in the last slot. Regardless, so I think Ancient Power, Volt Switch, Rising Voltage probably comes. He could also maybe drop that other coverage spot just for a third electric option, like T-Bolt or something, just out for out of terrain. Could maybe see that. Regardless, so I don't think Assurance comes, but it is, in my opinion, the best variant of Regieleki that could come. And it is the only one I'm scared of at all this month. Otherwise, it legitimately does 0. Next up, we have Evergreen or Pharisee, Violate, where Gyro Ball, Knockoff, Spikes, Toxic. Just Fizz Death for Mammo. We obviously naturally choose Slowbro if it's not Fire Blast anyway. We also help with Durant a bit as well, because we can break any sort of Sash Durant. Just in case. Iron Barb just in general is nice for that. We can also scout for item on Durant. If it's like a Life Orb, we'll see the chip. Regardless, though, this will probably be sacked, truthfully, to either Mammo or to Durant to just bring in Koko more freely. Because especially if it's not a Scarf set, we could definitely play around that. And if it is a Scarf set, we can easily play around that still, in my opinion. Spikes are really nice here. The only immunity on this team is Soul Rock to ground, so this will be so good against Jorge's team. That's another reason we have Earthquake plus Poltergeist on Golurk, because it's just so free against this draft. He has no switches to both moves. Though Sharpedo is like the best offensive counter. And I guess Fizz Eggy could come too, but it's probably still taking half from Poltergeist. But yeah, so we also have Toxic on this just to pressure stuff like Mamo, Bro, etc. better, because we don't have a power up. Figured I didn't want to risk a Skull Burn, and then that power up do like non-existent damage. We already have like Piss Poor attack anyway. So yeah, next up we have Neo Sky Neo map. I will quickly mention nickname is changing for next week. Solitude Rain came out on this preview literally the day after I played this game. So week 3 we're changing this to Solitude Rain from Neo Sky Neo map. It just fits a lot better in my opinion. So you'll see new palette right next week. With that said though, we have Roost, Scald, Tailwind, Hurricane. With the 204 speed, we should in Tailwind be able to creep a +1 Sharpedo that's creeping down in my draft. I thought that was very important. We also can creep any sort of aggressive Jolly Scarf Memo, which is phenomenal. Scald plus Hurricane actually hit this team phenomenally. I figured as well this should handle any Regieleki that's like creeping Koko or something. So again, this is really just here to just kind of Tailwind. Tailwind's more so here for Mon 6 if anything, and this is sort of the only case scenario I could see Mon 6 popping off this game. But because of Tailwind, I could actually maybe see a case. In general, we have Yachi Bear as well for Freeze Drive Mamo. I figured that some people might have been confused by that. With the Fizz Def though for like Stone Edge or Icicle Crash, etc., so we can actually like still pressure Mamo, even if it isn't Freeze Dry. Though we have Yachi Berry for Freeze Dry specifically. Finally, we have Water Blue New World, our Life Orb Kingdra. With Timid Nature, we have Hydro Pump, Draco, Ice Beam, and Flip Turn. We're creeping Regieleki with this. However, Scarf Regieleki, or even after a Rapid Spin, which is another move I forgot to mention I could definitely see, especially with how good spikes are here on Regieleki. With the +1 speed, Regieleki outpaces our whole team, even Scarfers. So we have Tailwind mostly to help pressure that a bit easier, especially because then Kingdra can come in. I wouldn't exactly be too shocked to see a Scarf Regieleki here. It could probably run like, I think it needed like 4 speed or something to outpace by Kingdra in Rain with the Scarf. Even if it was like max speed or something. It was something really dumb. But Regieleki can certainly pressure my team a bit with the Scarf if Golurk goes down. And if Pharisee gets chipped a bit, because Pharisee also is a good switch in. Regardless though, we have 68 HP for better Life Orb damage, because Life Orb, it's a 9 number. If we were to put the extra 16 EVs from the 12 Fizz Def and 4 Spadef, it would be 161, which means we're taking 16 versus 15. So 68 HP is good for that. 12 Fizz Def is just a bit better for, I guess, like Sharpedo, Durant, etc. rolls. Really, if like Durant locked into an Iron Head, I guess. Same as like Ice Shard Mammo rolls, that's the big one. But it does help a bit with like other physical priority on the team. Really not going to probably matter at all. It probably won't change anything. 252 special attack just to hit as hard as possible. We have 172 speed, as I said, this is for Regieleki. It hits 278 in Rain. Regieleki peaks at 277. With that said though, I'd like to thank you guys for checking out the team builder. With that said, let's get right into the match. Peace out, guys. Hey guys, it's Liv here, your queen of the New Orleans Saint Snows. We are here today to take on Jorge, coach of the San Antonio Aggie, I believe. Oh my god, I'm bad with team names. Sorry. Okay. So Regieleki, he brought the Mon that annoys me, and that he sniped from me. Durant, Sharpedo, Slurpuff, Slowbro, Mammo, Swine. Okay. So have fun, and we'll see what happens. He didn't bring the Eggy, which I thought actually had a good matchup here. Like, I know I have, like, Hawlucha, of course, and Pelipper, but, like, I thought it actually like, pressured me really well in lead. With that in mind, I think that I lead off with... Pelly, because the only thing that really screws over Pelly lead is Aleki, which I go hard into Golurk on every time. So, yeah. Good luck and fun to Jorge. We'll see what happens. Oh, no, I wish him good luck. Damn it. Wasn't supposed to do that. Well, okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so what is he gonna lead off with? I have a feeling it's gonna be Regieleki or Mamoswine, which if it's Mamoswine, it's great. Sharpedo, okay. That's actually fine. I don't mind Sharpedo lead, to be completely honest. Okay. So versus Sharpedo, I think that what I want to do here is I think that I want to go for a Tailwind. I feel like that the flip turn is really obvious here. I can also go for Hurricane. My opponent has 1 Hurricane switch in and it's hard Regieleki, which would actually be not bad. I could definitely do that. I feel like, though, that I want to go for Tailwind. I don't think I creep this though. At least not at +1. So I think I'm gonna go for the Hurricane. No, I'm gonna go for the Tailwind. He's definitely gonna protect or flip turn. And either way, I think I benefit a ton from that. Protect. Yup. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I might actually scare him out because this can definitely creep versus Sharpedo. It's just a matter of I don't think that I necessarily did. It would depend. It would depend. I could definitely creep like aggressive. I know that much. Versus Eggy. Oh, never mind. He's Fouling Stig Guadalajara. Okay, I forgot he changed his team name. Oopsies. Okay. So versus my team, yeah, I think that I should be fine. I'm gonna go for Hurricane here. I don't think I lose anything clicking Hurricane this turn, to be honest. Yup. Okay, perfect. This should do at least like 60 to 70, which is great. Yup. Okay, great damage. And if it hits itself, even better. It'll obviously outpace me next turn, but I really don't care about next turn. I just want this turn. Beautiful. Okay, well, it killed itself. Passive kill for Pelipper. That's a huge threat gone. Pelipper 1-0. Passive 1. Just so I know for later. Sharpedo 0-1. Well, we'll take that. Regieleki comes in. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I always love the little cute Pokemon. We'll go hard into... I might just want to go into Evergreen, predicting Assurance, because I feel like Assurance could definitely go off. However, I'm going to go into Golurk, because this is my switch-in, and if it has Assurance, so be it. So, yeah, we'll do that. I know for a fact that Pharaoh Seed can definitely take a hit. Any hit that it wants to go for, because it doesn't have Terrain up, so Rising Voltage won't do a ton. Light Screen. Okay, so it is screens. That's fine. Really do not mind that. This is so much better, because it means it literally can't touch me. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for Poltergeist, because it literally does not matter. My opponent has no switch into it, and at the very least, I mean, like, he has no Earthquake position either, actually. But Poltergeist will just hit harder versus everything else. So I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to go with Poltergeist. Because especially if Bro comes in hard here, I can actually probably 1v1 it, as long as it's not, like, no item. Or Cassib Berry, I guess. That would also be bad. So yeah. Okay, withdraws. Perfectly fine. Seemed pretty obvious. Scott Lang. Okay, so that's probably the Durant. Beautiful. Perfectly fine with this. Poltergeist. Muscle Band. Okay, so that's good to know. Great for scouting, too. That's why I wanted to bring this especially. Okay. So that's some nice damage. And we can go hard into Durant on this as well. It's going to take Iron Barb's damage, which is great. And we'll still have Rain up, too, which is great as well. So I'll definitely take that. We also know it's not Scarfed, which means that Koko can honestly come in on this later and do a ton. So we'll probably do that. But regardless, though, we're going to go into Evergreen this turn. Evergreen is so free. Ironhead. Okay, that's great, actually. That is so amazing for us. Okay, so Iron Barb is going to go off. So we'll take that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for a Spike. Because my opponent has no switch into Spike anymore, and the only removal is Regieleki. So we'll do that. We're going to go for Spike. Even if Regieleki comes in later to remove, Golurk is a hard switch in. Because the only thing it would have for it is Assurance. Which I don't even know if D-Ray brought, but it's the only move on its entire moveset that can do any damage to Golurk. Everything else, it's not even just like a resist, it's just an immunity. Ooh, shiny Slowbro. I know because it has the golden tail. Really cute. Iron Head. Muscle Band. Okay. So we have our spikes up. I think I'm just going to go hard into... I almost want to just go hard Koko, if I'm being honest. However, I do think that I'm fine to scout for Flamethrower, and honestly, even if it has Flamethrower, I really don't care. This mon is kind of useless this game, to be completely honest. Well, actually, it's not entirely useless, but Pelipper plus Kingdra kind of tears. I'm going to go for the Toxic. Toxic is nice. I could go for Knockoff, but I don't want... I'd rather just truthfully have Knockoff. I'd truthfully rather just have this have its item, so I can have it for Poltergeist later. Bro, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Let's see. So we'll take... I guess we'll take the fact that it's only T-Wave. Okay, so it's teleporting a turn. That's fine. Thunder Wave and Teleport. Thunder Wave. I don't know what he's thinking he's going to go into on this. Like, maybe Durant, I guess? But even then, it would be Superpower. Maybe, like, Mamoswine too, I guess? I don't know. I really don't know what he's going into. It has to be the Slurpuff, and he has to be going for, like, a Flamethrower. Which, if he goes Slurpuff, I'm going to go hard into Pelipper on that. With the spike up as well, I mean, he literally cannot touch me. Because Kingdra will just beat it if it's sashed. Mamoswine, okay. Why? Why is this a switching? Why? Ferroseed, okay, versus Mamoswine. Okay, so like, even if this wants to go for a superpower here, superpower at best is a roll to kill from Adamant Band. Adamant Banded Mamo, keep in mind. I'm gonna go for Gyro Ball. I might outright kill him depending on his set. And especially if he clicks Superpower, he's guaranteed dead. If he clicks anything else, okay, Icicle Crash. So he's gonna try and flinch me out. Okay, that's fine. How much does Pele take from that? So this did around 60. So that could actually be banded. I don't know if it's Adamant Band, but that could definitely be banded. I think I just sack. I 100% just sack here. Unless a Pelipper really okay, yeah, Pelipper does not outright chew. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna sack. I have no reason not to sack. And if he misses, so be it. Icicle Crash. Okay, so not a huge deal. This is definitely banded Mamo though. Icicle Crash. See, it brought me from 116 to 58. Let me pull out a calculator real quick. I'll pull up my calculator. Oh, oops, I meant to do calculator. Okay, well, god damn it, I don't think I'm gonna have time to do it, but we're gonna try it anyway. 116 minus 58 equals 58. Okay, so it's actually not. Well, actually, no, it could be Jolly Band. Jolly Band would do it. Regardless, though, we're gonna go into Koko here. Because there's versus a no item spread. Yeah, versus a no item spread. That could never have gotten that roll, just 45 peak. So it cannot be like a Rindo Berry or a Scarf or whatever. It also, like, at best, I think maybe Life Orb. Life Orb can get that roll on a max roll. Let's see, Never Melt Ice from Adamant Mamo. Adamant Mamo Never Melt Ice could also get it. But if it's Adamant Mamo Never Melt Ice, it's also not going to be a big deal for Koko. So I'm going to Grass Knot here. I have no reason not to, actually. Literally no reason. Okay, he's going to withdraw. Into, like, what? Slurp Off? Scott Lang. Okay. That's honestly fine. After this is going to kill. This is going to 100% kill. Like, I get it's a Durant, but this is going to kill. Okay. So, Tapu Koko 1-0. And Mamo also is a kill. Mamoswine 1-0. Tapu Koko 1-0. Ferroseed 0-1. Durant 0-1. Okay, Slurpuff. Ooh, it's a shiny Slurpuff. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Slurpuff versus Koko. Okay. So, Slurpuff doesn't do a ton to me. However, that's fine, because I can T-Bolt it anyway. And truthfully, I don't lose anything doing that. Even if this is Citrus, it's really not a huge deal. Even if it's Citrus Drum. Because I do outpace it with, okay, it's Drainicus, that's fine. I actually don't mind that at all, if this is really going to go for Drainicus. I can go for Calm Mind on this then. Okay, so be it. My opponent really wants to do that. I'm going to click Calm Mind here. We know it's Drainicus at least, so it's probably not Drum. Okay. We'll go for Calm Mind then. We did around half last time. Okay, so it's going to go for Webs. Again, I don't mind that. When am I switching out Koko? I think I outright win with Koko, in all honesty. I'm going to go for another Calm Mind, to be completely honest. Actually, I'm just going to go for a T-Bolt. Fuck it. I don't lose anything clicking T-Bolt here. Because even if Regieleki comes in, it's not going to kill me. It can't beat me 1v1. Okay. So, Koko gets another kill. Maybe Koko is going to get thumbnail this week. 0-1. Okay, great. So it's like Slowbro fodder, Mamoswine fodder. Oh yeah, Durant's dead too. Okay. So it's Regieleki as well. Okay, great. And I didn't reveal Roost either. So yeah, I mean, at best, my opponent still can't beat this. Rising Voltage. At best, yeah, maybe a Modest could kill, but it would need a roll, and it would need to be Rising Voltage, or I guess like maybe like boosting item could also kill. Regardless, I'm gonna go for Roosh this turn. I'm gonna stall at my own terrain. That's definitely my best interest for sure. Rising voltage. Okay, so yeah, this would need to be modest or specs. Or like boosting item. Okay, yeah. So we can stall this out. That's really funny, actually. But we'll take that. We'll take that. My play is 100% to always stall this out. 84. Ooh, okay. It's perfect. Terrain is gone now. So now that does like 37. 41 actually if it's modest. Okay, my bad. I undervalued it. Well, yeah, we don't need to rain up the entire rest of the game. We win. Okay, yeah. So I think the plan is set up a bunch of calm minds on this, question mark. Because even with light screen up, I mean, it's not gonna matter. Okay. So hold on. Pokemon, no, wrong thing. Info, how much boost do I have? +1, okay, yeah. We gotta get at least a +2. We, to be fair, probably need +3 for Actually, no, Memo's way too low, so it won't matter. Rapid Spin, okay. Oh no, this is Rapid Spin. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Yeah, we win the game. This thing can't touch us. This thing literally can't touch us. We outright win here. Because this will never get me in a position where I need to switch out. That's the thing. This Koko just wins. This 180-point Koko just wins here. Which is great. I'll take that. I'll 100% take that. He literally can't beat it. Because the second that anything comes in, it dies. I'll be +3 next turn. He can't kill me. Because Rising Voltage was his only way to kill this. Great. Okay, that's fine. I could care less. Manny comes in? Oh no, I'm terrified. I'm so scared. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna click Grass Knot this turn. As I said, there's no Mamoswine variant that could have done that much to Ferris Seed. Even Adamant Scarf was not doing that much. So, and even then I have my Shucca Berry still. That's the thing. I don't even need to click Grass Knot. I'm gonna, but I don't even need to. Which is just that funny. Ice Shard, yeah, that's fine. It's not gonna do shit. Okay, yeah, and at this moment my opponent lost. 3-0 for Koko. Dead Mamoswine. Okay, so yeah, we've practically won the game at this point, so I'll take that. So yeah, Regieleki would need to like mass crit me. Yeah, Slowbro's coming in. Okay, Slowbro's not beating us. Even with light screen up, it's not taking a T-Bolt at +1. Well, actually, it might unironically, but it's not gonna beat me 1v1. I don't even need to roost. Even if it kills me, in the off chance it does, Golurk wins the game here because he can't beat Golurk either, unless he has like just no reflect. Yeah, okay, and see, didn't even matter. Crit. I refuse to believe that mattered. Slowbro versus +3 Koko. Oh yeah, the did 8. Okay, so the crit actually did matter. But like even in the long run, even if this had Psy Shock, let's say, even if it's modest, it would need to do. I think I had like 92 HP left. So yeah, I'm almost certain I had 92 HP left. 72. Okay. So even modest max special attack Psy Shock did 73 at best. So he was never 1v1ing me. I'm gonna click Roost here, then I'm gonna go for Grass Knot, and I'm gonna go for game. Okay, Rising Voltage. It's gonna do literally no damage. Even a crit couldn't have killed. And then I'm just gonna start spamming Grass Knot. Yeah. Regieleki. So yeah, he would have needed like a max roll with Psy Shock to have actually killed those. So like it really didn't matter at all. Okay, so we're +3 though. Even versus max HP, we're doing 45 to 54. I just spam Grass Knot until I win. There's no way this outstalls me. Grass Knot, turn 1. Yep, okay. So we win. Nice, we'll take that. 5-0 win. We could definitely use that after how bad I choked last week. Holy shit, I did not play well last week. But we played well this week, and we avenged. So we will take that. Hawlucha, 0-0. Kingdra, 0-0. And Golurk, 0-0. So good game to Jorge. This Koko set was very, very dumb against this team. So obviously, I mean, it sucked. And then, I mean, the Hurricane also confusing turn 1 sucked. But I mean, it is what it is. It's the game we play. If you guys did enjoy this, leave a like down below. Comment, subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see some of your faces on the channel on our road to 200 subscribers. I might have hit it by this point. I don't think I would have, but I might have. I mean, who knows? Who knows? With that said, looking on to our week 3 schedule, we're going to be taking on Star Choose. Yet again, another week where we're taking on Faint week 3. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and I'll see you guys then. Peace out, guys.